We're live on the internet.
We have to cease and desist. My craft room looks like a craft room. I can't be tolerated.
What, your craft room looks like a craft. Sorry, you asked how the background looked, and I said it looked good. It looked like a craft room.
I tell ya.
What was I supposed to say? It doesn't look like a craft room? I'm confused. This was supposed to be a compliment? No, I'm confused.
Oh, goodness gracious. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Oh, it's time for the monthly live. Oh, Lord, I don't know who's in chat, because I never know who's in chat. I probably should stop being lazy about it and figure out how to read chat while we do this.
That's what you got me for. Your interactive text-to-speech.
I do enjoy the interactive text-to-speech. Gotta say, you are better than any AI or computer-generated voice I have to deal with in a day.
Yay, I'm
might
still
be
better
slower,
than AI.
but the quality is much higher.
Yes, well, I can't talk at 2x speed. That's just not going to happen.
Just in the computer. But, like, let's be honest. When the computer reads everything your mouse scrolls over on your screen, you want it to go fast.
Oh, I completely understand.
Want it to go fast. Books, I'm not too bad. I'm like 1.5, 1.75 for books.
Depending on the accent, yeah, I'm generally about 1.5. Some accents I have to, like, do 1x.
Just, yeah, there's a couple where I have to slow it down. Not often, but there's every once in a while.
If it's very thick Scottish or anything from the African continent.
I'm not too bad with that one, but Scottish I have to slow down. Anything out of Newfoundland? Whoa, I absolutely have to slow that down.
They have a whole other language. I
have to slow that one down a lot. Most others I'm pretty okay. There's some Eastern European where sometimes I'm like, nope, we're gonna slow that down just to make my life easier for me. Or if it's a very if I'm in a nonfiction kick and I'm reading a lot of nonfiction books, I slow down to 1.25 because there's very large Latin terms and I don't want that thrown at my head that quickly. I wanted it enunciated slowly so I pronounce it correctly. I was trying to explain to the mysterious Mr. B yesterday why Eleanor of Aquitaine is a woman more people should know about.
Okay. What
and from the things I gave him, he's like, she's got like mob boss energy. I'm like, she totally has mob boss energy.
Okay.
I had never made the connection, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong. She ruled, mostly because her husband and sons went to crusade a lot. She went on crusade. She rescued them. Like she was a political powerhouse. She was a political powerhouse. She's not really taught in history because she's just the mom of someone. I'm like, no. No, that's like saying Queen Maud was the mom of someone. Queen Maud is one of the root ancestors of most of Europeans. What's the word I'm looking for? Aristocracy. A huge swath of them trace back to Queen Maud in England. Oh. Yeah, okay. Like there are mothers who are mothers of dynasties. Maud is one of them. There are queens like Queen Eleanor of Aquitaine, who Bob Moss energy. Now that Ben made that connection for me, I'm absolutely going to be using it because oh my god, it's accurate. I would not have wanted her as a mother-in-law because my god, that woman had brass ones, big brass ones. No, thank you. But you don't hear about them that much in history. Can you tell? I love history. Okay, we're supposed to be doing an episode. Hello to whoever's in chat.
Hello, chat. Hello, Susanna and Asa, Jude, and Liz. I think I got everybody.
Oh, I took garbage this morning and I didn't check my mailbox. I'm going to have to go back and check my mailbox and see if I have mail postage delivery there. I meant to check this morning because if it's there, I'll just pop over, right? There's not a lot of traffic on Sunday. We're only high of 23 today. It's like an actually reasonable summer day.
Nice.
Not high. Have 40 with the humidity. Ugh.
With humidity, oof. I'm getting 45, but no humidity next week.
We've low up to like yesterday. the day before, somewhere around Friday evening, the temperature dropped. But up to then, we were 31, 32 before humidity, and our humidity was somewhere around 70 to 90%. So we were sitting 40s with the humidity.
That's gross. That was worse than here.
Then that was for almost like a week solid.
That's rough.
Yeah, it was
Well,
not fun. And that was our second or third round of that. So I was like, oh, it's dropped. So it'll drop for like 2 or 3 days. It looks like we might actually be a decent summer for the whole week. So stoked. We're not done. Not the way summers run now. We've got at least 1 or 2 more weeks of worth of 30 before humidity, 40 with humidity nonsense ahead of us. It's only the start of August.
Gross. Well, you can feel very smug because I'm going to be in the desert in August as of tomorrow.
Oh, I will. I will post weather updates in the mod channel just for you.
Everybody can feel very smug that they don't have to deal with 45
Side
degrees
comments.
Celsius or
Side comments like, oh man, I left the windows open all day today and didn't turn the AC on once.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
Lows
Don't worry.
of 30-something overnight.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Somebody would have to be paying me very well to move anywhere near there.
Asa says, but I'll have AC. I will have AC. I will still have to go outside. In between the AC. That part's gonna suck. It's like running from building to building like you do in the winter when it's minus 40. It's rough.
It just means if anybody asks, how do you live somewhere where it gets to minus 40, you just point outside and you go, you do that only with snow.
Yeah.
You hide.
Instead of
you hide just for a different reason.
Burning, you will freeze.
Yeah.
Which feels remarkably like burning.
Yes. You
but
feel
with shivering.
just as cruddy. You feel just as cruddy as a human being. Absolutely. What episode number are we? I didn't even ask.
If I counted correctly, we're 383.
Cool beans. Shall we get the show on the road?
Yes, let's get the show on the road. Well, Lisa doesn't envy me too out in Las Vegas. Yeah. I don't envy me either. I would not be going if it weren't for... In case anybody was unaware, it's Hacker Summer Camp in Las Vegas, and I'm leaving literally tomorrow morning. So that's where I'm going to be for the next week.
Running away on us here real quick. I shared a link with you for Arcane Fiberworks because I feel like I need a sweater quantity of Krampus is coming.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did.
And I need you to check out their reds. Not because we don't love Aaron, because guys, we really freaking love Aaron. But Arcane Fiberworks is reds. They're reds. You need to go because they've got like a fall foliage color scheme thing where it's like reds and deep golds.
Okay.
Yeah, and greens. Okay. Yeah, you need to go check. That's why I posted the link. I mean, I posted it way late last night, but that's why I put it. It was because they're Canadian, so it's free shipping with us via Canada Post.
Yeah. That is a big plus.
That is a huge plus. So I'm like, I need to be held back because, let's be honest, I want like 12 of their colorways and sweater quantities, and that's ridiculous. I need someone to hold my hand and supervise me, but...
Oh, you need a grown-up?
I need a grown-up.
Okay, I don't know if I can be that grown-up.
You are better at not spending willy-nilly than I am. I am bad for the impulse control when it comes to yarn. And I know I have over 400 balls of yarn, and it doesn't matter. I want some Arcane.
But you don't have that ball of yarn.
I don't have that ball. All right.
I understand. All right, let's get the show on the road.
Guys, welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We are two friends in fiber who knit. I've forgotten my intro. Knit, crochet, and tuck everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
I'm told it's episode 383.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired. It's a Sunday.
So. Yeah, no,
I need more than tea in my life. I need more than tea in my life. I need to figure out how to get some coffee this month. I need some real caffeine this month. All right. I have like a lot. We've got Craft Off.
There's Craft Off. Yeah, I have.
We've got tons on the plate today.
I've been very monogamous If I only worked on 2 things, am I like binogamous or something? binary?
No.
By...
Monogamous
Is there a
means
word for that?
one.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't know.
Is there a word for two?
I mean,
or does that just
I don't-
go straight into polyamory?
I think it just goes straight into polyamory, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, I have
Hey,
two things besides craft off.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. Guys. I hate tech. Why am I starting a gaming stream? Okay, I will start because I have more than two as usual.
As long as you do better than my gaming stream yesterday where I crashed so hard, like every application on my computer froze and shut down.
Yeah, me and Mr. B were trying to join your chat when you crashed. We've been chatting on Discord, and I looked at my phone. I was like, oh no, Diana's gaming. He's like, oh, well, we should go do a thing. I'm like, yeah, we should be supportive friends because that is what we are. And I was like, oh, never mind. She's crashed the whole system, and her notification on her Discord channel says, nope, she absolutely made everything go away.
Like, everything shut down, and I had to go to Discord on my phone to type that.
Yeah, everything went away.
It was down.
Look at the progress on my corner to corner 100 along that the wonderful Alt Knots is doing. Emergency vehicles. People, if you could start injuring yourself in the summer, that'd be great. I appreciate it. Listen, I understand that they come with living close to an emergency room in a hospital, but oh my god, it's nice to live close to an emergency room in a hospital when you are as klutzy as my butt is.
It's true.
There are perks. There are downsides, but there are perks. So here we go.
People saying, you don't need yarn, you have lots of yarn. And Jude was asking, you hate tech or tech hates you?
You know, that is a very valid question. It might be that tech hates me. It could literally be the other way around. And of course I need more yarn. Don't be silly. Krampus is coming. There's winter colors. They do Halloween year-round. They have a Ghostbuster themed color, which is black and slime green.
What?
They
okay,
have
I gotta look at this more in detail.
They have rich, intense colors. They're from Alberta, right? Like,
okay.
And it's free shipping.
When I get back, we're gonna examine this and probably do a yarn order.
Because I know Diana, and if I'm not with her, buy, and then she'll be like, "Oh, I wish I got that." So there's a reason why me and Diana shop together.
Okay, but like,
I have to encourage her to push spend.
Yarn.
She has to encourage me to not push spend. We balance each other out. Just craft faster.
I know it's too much.
Craft faster, woman.
Working on it.
We're still doing 2 rows a day, but we only do 2 rows a day until you get to row 30. So we're closing in on close to 1 row a day. So I sped ahead so that I could have some free time, which I'm doing right now because the rows are so short. So I sat down and did a bunch. I was going to do purple or blues into purple, and then I got lazy and just put the ball from the bag. Typical Jocelyn fashion. I was like, that requires too much thought. No, thank you. So we continue onwards. These are acrylic scraps in the colors, and the beige tweed I do know is a Burnett Premium from a blanket I just pulled apart. From a blanket project I just frog. This is going to use up so much yarn. It's going to use up so much yarn. I'm so excited. Doing it on a 5mm hook, so I have a very nice dense quarter-to-quarter blanket, and while everybody else is making freaking wonderful old school TV, like with the TV legs and antenna box, like old school TV with ooze flowing out of it. And that theme doesn't fit any of my Halloween stuff or any of my regular decor. So I went with a striped blanket, which does fit my regular decor. However, it's so satisfying. You do your day and you check the box. Oh, it's that scratch the thing off the to-do list.
Very nearly convinced into a blanket, but I do like this shawl idea where
I think the shawl idea is good.
Do a quarter blanket, but just don't ever decrease. And hey, it's a triangular shawl.
Yeah, I'm contemplating it with because the pattern I sent you's done in fingering weight yarns, and I'm contemplating it because that would be great. And then you could just melt through some fingering weight variegated yarns. Mm-hmm. And how beefy of a Jocelyn size shawl could I make with that? Do it on a 4mm hook or a 3.75mm hook so you get all that beautiful drape.
I'm thinking
because
about
the
picking
stitches
some
are
of
nice.
my
So good.
high contrast fingering weight.
Well, I saw that Shockwaves pattern. Was it you that shared the Shockwaves pattern?
Maybe. Oh, that very long wrap that's slightly chevron.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be my my fall equinox cast on.
Oh, I like. It's a beautiful wrap, and I'm like, and it's huge, and it is designed for one skeins, right? So like, you would do a variegated and then do a solid in between, then do another variegated. Like, you could eat up so much yardage that way on something that doesn't look very difficult. I have not looked that hardcore into the pattern, so do not quote me.
Yeah.
All right, I had to check in with Louise. And I've got that. I've got Craft Off still. I've got... My brain's trying to think. There's no thinking. I have 3 more things. Including Craft Off? Hang on, wait, let's count. Everybody count with me. 1.
Everybody help Justin count.
2.
Oh, bye, Liz. I'll catch you later.
Bye, Liz. 3. I have 3. Technically, I have 4, but I don't have the 4th one here, so we're not talking about it.
That'll be a next week thing.
That'll be a next week thing. So yes, I have 3 more.
Yeah, I still only have 2, so you should probably do 1 more.
Cool bean. I did a check-in with Louise.
Oh, Knitting Purple's helping you count. Oh, so's Asa.
Oh, good.
Oh, Asa got all the way up to 25.
Oh, jeez.
36, says Jude.
Some weeks, guys. I did not work on my cowl at all last month. I did make more progress on my Endless Summer Adventure. Look at this wrap. So this extra wrap around the ball was what I ripped out, and I ripped back out to the start and restarted the shawl. So I have made some serious progress since I had to restart it last week before. I moved it over to the exceedingly long 5mm cord, which I love.
That's looking great. Oh, and I know how
Can you tell I haven't talked all day?
Oh
my god, it's such a lovely yarn. So I creep closer to finally being in the freaking purples. So I was like, no, I didn't get any progress. I couldn't bring myself to pick up Colorwork cowls in the heat we had last month. I could not bring myself to do it.
Unnecessary.
Anew. So I absolutely was like, bombed it, but that's fine. The month before I totally won. This month I am supposed to be, everybody voted, because I have the Choose Your Own Adventure sweater and it's officially cast on, so Diana's out of lead time. I'm in motion now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I have a story. Don't worry.
Oh, good. I have my Scrappy V, and we all voted, and I said I should finish the body. So I'm going to try to get through the last 10, 12 inches of body that I have to knit on the Scrappy V, because the sleeves are done. My sleeves are already done on this. If everybody remembers. Let me turn it right side out so we can all see the pretty yarn. What am I doing? Just saying.
Hello in chat to Nikki and
hey, Nikki.
Ashton. I think
Ashton.
I all the new people.
Hello, the people that were not named. This is the pretty colors for the Scrappy V. Just look at it.
That's pretty.
And with the sleeves done, it's just the body left. I have half woven in the ends, so I like to do like a little bit of that weaving in as you go method. So I just need to go back in and go the other direction just to secure them really well. My word, my nose is driving me nuts today. Okay. But there we go. In theory, technically I have like 2 more color rotations and I just picked up color. Technically, I do. But we were voting between that and the blue linen top. And that's the project that I don't have here, sitting in the living room. But I've got my sleeves done. So I could have... There was either this and finish, or connect my sleeves and do my yoke and finish my blue linen top. Because I want to move on to different fingering weight projects, right? Because I've got fingering weight yarn I'd like to use. However, this project won. So hopefully hopefully, I need to have this finished by the end of the month. I want to wear it for the September Fiberfest Manitoba Fiber Festival because it's all Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co yarn. I want to wear it for the Fiber Festival. Da, 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 da. There you go. I have now talked about another thing. I have literally one thing in craft off, so you gotta go.
All right. I will talk about the aforementioned Choose Your Own Adventure sweater.
Okay.
So, you know how I feel about simple lace, right?
Oh, yeah, you never pick it, and it causes you nothing but complex problems.
So I was very proud of myself that I picked a very simple lace.
Because you're messing it up.
I messed up the very simple lace and had to rip it back.
Did you want to pick a more complex lace?
I just wasn't paying attention.
Because you know what you need for an increase ratio.
So I still only have this much because I had to rip it back because I messed it up.
Well, I had that very beautiful variegated ancient iron. My lace pattern's lost in it, so I had to rip all of my progress, reswatch at a solid DK, pull my purple DK and my gray DK, vintage DK. And then because I knit so tight, I had to do all of my numbers. Then I had to adjust up for how my gauge works versus how everybody else's gauges works. So I had extra math, extra swatching, a full rip, and I've recast it on, and it's going to be a solid purple gray stripe sweater because that is the DK I have to hand that is not variegated. Otherwise, you lose the lace patterns too much.
This is what the lace is supposed to look like that I'm trying to
2
put in the
weeks
sweater.
of no progress.
Did I get this correct? And
No.
especially, did I get it correct around the raglan increases? No. I absolutely farting did not.
Farting came out. We mean business.
Yeah,
we are
there.
miffed. I may have thrown some noodles this week about this.
I might, in order to help myself out, because it ends up that there's yarn overs around there, and I think that's where my issue was. I might have to make it so that there's a line of just plain knits at the raglan increases, just so that the yarn overs don't get squiggly. Technical
Well, that's
term,
easy enough to
squiggly.
do. Do yourself up a swatch where you put a pretend increase row in, so you see what it looks like. Yeah.
So I guess
That way
maybe I
you're
should do
doing
that
it on a
before
swatch size, not the whole
Instead,
neckline.
then I can
do
see
that
what
on
it
a
looks
swatch
like
size.
without having to knit the shoulders of a sweater again.
Yes.
But it's gonna look cute. I promise. Look at that. It's cute.
I'm
I
on gauge.
swear.
I'm casted on. I'm in my ribbing
I
part
absolutely
for my
love this color
neckline.
of blue. I'm so excited to get this color of
God,
blue
it's
in
so
the
pretty.
sweater.
I know.
I'm so sick of this pale blue. I am so
I
sick
feel
of
ya.
this.
I feel ya.
I'm
I feel like
so
you get
done.
me. It's for you. It's pale blue. For me, it's that gray tweed.
I'm so done.
Okay.
But I won't have the brain cells to work on it this week, so
No,
don't
don't take that
expect
with
to
you.
see it on the podcast next week, guys. I'm taking the simplest projects I possess. I'm winding yarn.
Just
for a
remember,
sock.
I will have been left at home alone for a week, so you can't show up with nothing.
I won't show up with nothing. But I'm only taking 2 things, so brace yourself.
Got it. So I should do a finish week.
If you like, but
to
like
slow me down.
I have I have physical space and time and brain cell limitations next week.
Fair.
So only 2 things are happening. I'm hoping for a finish. That's the second thing I have to talk about, but we can come back to that in a second. It's your turn.
Oh, good. Remember how much yarn that absolutely delightful harvest bags ate up? I was like, let's try a different tote pattern this week. Let's make a different one. And I went with another classic, tall, big, uses bulky jumbo weight yarn on a 9mm hook. And I was like, okay, let's do that one. The Harvest Market bags, like that, done so fast. This one has no, absolutely not. I've had to modify the pattern to make it go faster. It is so slow. However, in the depths of my Briggs and Little bag, because my Briggs and Littles is all over, but it's a lot of one skein scraps, like it's a lot of partial skeins and stuff. So It is, in fact, the perfect yarn to be using for tote bags, especially because I want them for like project bags. So these are to exist for me to put my knitting projects into. And while I fiddle with the yarn, because I've got 4 freaking strands going all at the same time, which always proves interesting. We're going to use the word interesting.
Yeah, that should get across.
It's not the word I like to use all the time for this stuff, but the word we're going to use. And
Chat's talking
one
about
very
Scottish coos. Somebody's who's sewing a Scottish cow? What? Jude is stuffing and sewing a cow.
okay.
The last like several messages are about wee little Scottish coos. So I needed.
So long as it's a cute looking cow, that's the important. So I got 4 strands of yarn. Like this, it's a lot of yarn. It's a lot of yarn.
That's a great deal of yarn. Holy.
And I'm on a 9mm hook, and it is tight. I want to put this over there on the other side, but that's where the cat is. I gave up. The base of this bag is supposed to be 13.5 inches in diameter. I gave up around 10. I couldn't take it anymore. I was doing increase in... Now, I understand why it's such a tight, dense thing. It's a single crochet. There's nothing's falling through. Like things are not falling through this. Absolutely not falling. So I did 10 and a bit inches, and then I was like, okay, I gotta start climbing. I gotta start making walls. I'm losing my mind. The wall height's supposed to be 10 inches high, which you need to make it a bag.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make it a bag. But I gave up and I started doing alternate rows of double crochets, because I can't. I just can't. The single crochet grows so slowly. I would be here for another week doing this. So instead of doing single crochet on the bottom and single crochet all the way up the side, like a solid single crochet tote bag, I've started putting in half or double crochet rows. So I went up a ways and then got tired and then did a double crochet row, did a single crochet, did a row, double crochet row, single crochet row. You can see how this is going to alternate till I get to that 10 inches of height I need. 10 inches of height
is a lot, yeah.
Then I can do my handles. This thing is bigger than my head.
Also says that'll be great to use for whips next to the rocking chair.
I'm thinking it's going to be a blanket project bag because this is going to be massive. And it's going to eat up a severely large amount of yarn, which is what I want it to do. And it's going to be in my Briggs & Little, which I want to use, which is great. We're using up the worsted yarn I can't use for like garments and stuff because it's too warm. The wool is too good at doing what wool does, which is insulate you. So it's fine. It looks great. And it looks wonderful marled. Like, that looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks so good. I've got a gray strand, a white strand, a pink strand, a red strand right now. I had a black strand in there earlier. So, like, yeah, and a blue strand. Like, I'm eating up scraps. Crazy. This is amazing. Oh my god. I've been working on this since Monday. I could do like half a row and then I have to stop. My hands hurt so bad. That is how tight these stitches are.
Ooh.
And I'm not known for that. But so I'm like, okay, I will make this. I will talk about it. I will review it. And I'm never making this specific style again because no.
That
doesn't matter how much I use up. Too much. I'll look for other totes. But hot dang, my 9mm hook and me have been making a lot of mess. I wish I could stop sneezing or having to blow my nose. Whatever. So there you go. That's part of my scrap busting this week. I wanted to have another bag. I have a finished bag to show you.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 stitches from the end of the row and I ran out of yarn. I really thought I'd make it. But that's I'm not going to make it.
No.
Well, that's annoying.
It. Other than the blue shirt, which I'll have to talk about next week because it's not currently sitting in front of me. I have craft off. That's all I've got left.
All right.
This is the last of my orange peacock tea. We didn't have any when I went shopping.
I finished the front panel. on the
Oh, that's
simple
right.
summer knit sweater.
Did you get your
So front panel done. The back panel is not done, but significant progress has been made.
Ooh, look at that.
So like it's
Take it with you.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely coming.
Oh, yeah.
I guess about hang on. About half. I'm about half done. This is not there we go. This is not showing this off very well. There we go. It's about half. Trust me, it's about half. So that is coming with me, and ideally this gets finished and I get to wear it on the trip.
You do well with that. I'm here and I want to wear this while I'm here. Deadline, sneak it under the wire situation. Like, you are good at that.
So we'll see. Worst case, I just sew the 2 panels together and it's a t-shirt while I'm in Vegas, which is perfectly acceptable.
That's fine.
But ideally, sleeves get done too.
Oh,
but
hey,
probably I will finish this panel. I'll probably finish this panel and sew it together and wear it as a t-shirt while I finish the sleeves. It's probably how that's going to work.
Fair. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You're so close to finish.
It's that recycled denim yarn.
It's so nice to work in. It's so smooth.
It is lovely.
Mind you, after I've been crocheting on the
I do like
giant basket.
I think this was crocheting on the giant basket.
Everything is lovely to me, but the giant basket.
So suddenly we see Diana in a new sweater, yeah.
Whoosh, like magic.
Whoosh. Yeah, it's almost like if you actually... I timed myself for a roughly 1 hour episode. I can do about 3 inches of knitting.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I have time on a bus and time in an airport and time on an airplane tomorrow. Although I'm going to try and sleep on the airplane, so...
I mean, not try to sleep. You will sleep on the airplane.
I really hope so, because I get into Vegas at like 10 o'clock local time and I have to be up at 6. So I get in at 10 and then I still have to get my bags and get to the hotel and check in and get to the room and, you know, have a shower and then still be up at 6 because I have a volunteer shift at 7:30.
Yeah, well, that's kind of that's how you schedule things.
That is how I
schedule. Well, not so much for volunteer shifts, but free hotel. So like you deal with it. Also, so long as you're in bed by 11. 11:30.
Asking 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. 10 I leave here. I go to the airport from here. I leave at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
I would have picked an earlier flight, but that's me.
I was limited by I mean, I could have gone. There were more options if I drove all the way to Toronto from here. But Air Canada has this new service where if I just go to the cute little Kitchener airport, where it's like half an hour away, and checking in is super fast and easy because it's a teensy little airport with 6 gates.
Oh, yeah.
Then you can just get on Air Canada's shiny new bus, like a Greyhound kind of bus, except like the shiny new version, and it's all Air Canada branded.
Yeah.
And then they take you to Toronto.
Branding.
Yeah. So they're this luxury looking bus and you just get on the bus at the local airport. They take you to Toronto and then you check in and everything. So that takes out the whole thing of needing to pay for very expensive parking or very expensive cab to Toronto, worrying about getting to Toronto on time. Like the plane's not leaving without a busload of people.
That's
so
fair.
it just
I
takes
would probably
a whole
also opt.
layer out of it.
Yeah, I would probably opt for the bus.
So, but there's only the one choice then. That is the downside to the smaller airport, is your choices of travel are more limited. But it's so nice. Like if I'm actually flying out of the local airport, 45 leisurely minutes from my front door to being through security. Like 45 minutes not in a rush.
Smaller airports have their perks.
Like that's hard to beat. Like that is a luxury right there.
It's given how much you travel, and you travel a lot. That makes total sense.
Now that the world's returning to some kind of normal, yeah, lots of travel.
So I'm kind of normal. Most of the world's pretending COVID never happened and people still don't die from it. I am absolutely
Yeah, I'm not
astonished at
pretending
how
that,
good we
but
are
we're some
at
kind
ignoring
of
things.
resembling the normal of before.
Yeah.
Got all my
crazy.
fashion masks for the week. The fashion
Good.
masks. They're real masks, but they're just their colors, so I can coordinate with my outfit.
God. Such a dork.
You know, if I gotta wear a mask like 24/7 for a week, I want to coordinate with my outfit, okay? I want it to be cute. If I
You're
gotta wear a
such a
stupid thing, I want it to
girl.
be cute.
All right.
Very much male-dominated event. It is very easy for me to not have to pay for a single thing all week by just looking cute.
Yeah, okay, so you don't get to complain about girls in tech if you are going to abuse the privilege of being a girl tech brings you. I'm gonna put my foot down on that one.
To the other end of the circle. Like, I used to be very, very against that, and now it's like, I have this privilege, why not abuse it?
Yeah, if you're going to use the privilege, I don't know what to hear you complaining about having to deal with the downside of it.
My
So
stance is slowly changing.
There will be no is it hypocrisy? No, what is it when you do a thing? It makes you a hypocrite. Is it hypocrisy?
Yeah. Sure.
Would it be that wordage?
I think so.
No, being a hypocrite.
Front panel.
I was gonna say that fancier, but that's not gonna work. But yes, do your back panel, do your sleeves. Like even if you're seaming and wear it as a shirt, but do your sleeves, man. I'm with you.
Do I tink this row so that I can join on edge, or do I just join the yarn right here and? Because I don't think I can weave this in the middle of a row very well. Like I think it would be very visible.
Very visible as a woven in end because it is such a mesh fabric. And you need yarn to sew with anyway, so like I'd tink back to the start of the row, trim, connect there, and then just use that chunk of yarn to be some of your sewing thread.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I know it's annoying because then you have to tink, but it won't weave well. It won't weave well.
We have coordinating masks when we need to use them. All black. I mean, yes, all
goes
black
with
is
everything.
And some of them are black, but I also have red and green and purple and stuff.
All of my masks are black.
Black does go with everything.
I did not turn my phone on silent. I bought a big old box of black N90s. What are the ones that aren't the super medical, but they're the next step over? Those ones. I bought a big box of those ones. I still wear mine fairly often. Not all the time, but fairly often. It's because I play D&D. Where is my phone? That is a very good question.
You had it before.
Because I literally just heard it go off. Anyway, because I play D&D, I have to mask a fair bit because there's a small child.
Oh, yes. Germ Factory.
Oh, and teenagers. Like, I play with 2 teenagers, and I love problem with my friend's kid because I do not have a problem with children. I don't want them. I've never been interested in children, and I do get bored talking about children because I don't have them, so I have no skin in the game, as it were. But they're either sticky or they're like nuclear levels of germ dissemination. I just can't. And I've been healthy for a couple of years now. Okay, not like healthy like I don't fall over and injure myself. Healthy is like I haven't had 6-month pneumonias since COVID. Like my chest has been surprising. Like, I'm finally repairing damage after decades of not being able to repair damage. I have no idea where my phone is, but it talked to me, so it's somewhere in here. So I'm desperate to stay that level of healthy. Does that make sense?
I have definitely enjoyed having very few instances of being properly sick since all the masking came about.
And I just have to mask.
I've fallen down a lot on the masking recently, but
I would love for the freaking people I play D&D with to be more freaking respectful of the rest of us and also mask, but then you get the usual, I can't breathe complaint. I'm like, I'm sorry. I actually have a piece of paper.
Competition in a mask. It's not pleasant,
I have a freaking piece of paper that says I get like, what? No. I'm sorry. Do you use an inhaler so you can breathe? No. Do you have dead spots on your lungs? No. Then put your mask on. Tired of coddling people, just acting like such children. It's hard. Well, duh, you're breathing through a piece of fabric. No wonder it's more difficult to breathe. Do you know what you do? You do it anyway. Because it's the respectful thing to do.
Oh, last year at this conference, there was a guy that got like a whole space helmet with like an air filter. Like, he was like hermetically sealed into this like astronaut helmet. It was
that would have been
kind
hilarious.
of amazing.
But just like I've got a friend who lives in downtown. She still has to isolate 2/3 of the year because if she gets sick, she gets hospitalized, even with the vaccine. Like, I'm like, do you people not grasp the concept that there are tons and tons of people who are cancer survivors? They cannot always get vaccinations. If they're in the middle of cancer treatment, they can't do vaccinations because they've literally ruined their immune system. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't be bothered to, like, what kind of, it makes you such a bad human. It makes you such a bad human. Such a bad human. Mr. B still shows up with a mask because he's worn a mask inside to get to my apartment door till he gets into the apartment because he knows I cheesecloth my vents to prevent dust and stuff because I'm quite dust sensitive. He does because his parents are seniors. Are you nuts? Like, it still kills people. It still kills people. And you can't do this one tiny thing. I have no patience for it,
to be honest.
I just have no patience for it. Do I mask every time I'm in a grocery store? No. If I'm in a grocery store at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning, there is nobody there. It's me and the staff. I don't mask. If I'm at the grocery store at 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, oh yeah, you betcha.
Depends how crowded the space is. And for flying, 100% absolutely. I don't want to breathe up people's recycled air for hours.
Oh my god, absolutely when flying. Absolutely when flying. Anyway, mask rant aside.
Masks, they're great. They're annoying,
just
but they're
use
great.
them.
Fashion
they are
masks
annoying to use.
Exist.
They are annoying to use. Use them anyway.
He has a Starbucks iced caramel latte. Oh, I'm jealous. Wait, that she
Sounds
made herself
lovely.
with the espresso machine.
You have an espresso machine. You could be making fancier drinks.
I could be making iced caramel. What am I doing with my life? I didn't make an iced caramel latte. This is very
Ma'am, you forgot to buy ice cream 2 weeks in a row for a float.
I know, and then we drank all the root beer, so now I don't need it. Okay, just for you.
Conclusion most of us would make.
I'm going to find a root beer float on the Vegas Strip, and I will send you a picture. I will put a picture in the Discord
of you drinking a float.
Vegas Strip root beer float.
And my response is going to be, cool, you had to leave the country to manage something most of us can go to the local grocery store and do. We're very proud.
You know what? Shush you.
Actually, I might ask Mr. B if we can do floats this month. I think he might be okay with that. Buy some hoagie sandwiches and have some ice cream floats, hoagie sandwiches and chips one Wednesday.
That sounds pretty great.
I feel like that'd be a very chillaxed dinner option. All right, craft off, right? Is that where we're at?
I do believe that's where we're at. What did we have last month? What was your thing last month?
I had the Beachy Vibes blanket last month.
Oh, yes, right. It was blanket month.
It was blanket month. And you had 2 blanket options. I forget which one won, though.
It was the 10-stitch blanket.
Oh, right. We both said progress because we're like at the beginning.
Yeah, it's a blanket. No, it was just progress. I believe I was hoping to finish a color or 2 or something. I think that's what I said. I don't quite remember.
Mine's in the iHeart recycling bag. Have you seen the new ad? Okay, so I follow you on Twitch and I support you by watching you, but I do not subscribe to you. Which means I have ads.
A bag from DEF CON last year, that's what it's in.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I have ads from a lot of Twitch people that I follow and that I watch. They've been doing this one where there's kids. There's 2 different versions, but it's little kids, and they are shaming, throwing so much shade at adults. So much shade at adults. Like, they're cute kids, like maybe 10, 11. Like, they're young actors. So
yeah.
They're doing their job. But they're like, oh, it's not in your inbox. Like, that full, oh, it's not your job? Oh, you're the boss? And it goes to this whole litany of them just absolutely shaming you because you don't. you don't recycle, essentially, right? And at the end of both styles of it's like, if you drink it, you bin it. Oh my god, I cannot get the if you drink it, you bin it out of my head. And I recycle already. Like, I don't. I in fact
haven't
do
had
more
that
than
one.
recycle. I do more than recycle. But
Oh.
I love that commercial so much. Recycling is the last on the list. If all you do is recycle, you're doing it backwards. You're supposed to reduce, reuse, and then recycle. There's a reason why the reduce is at the start of the list.
Yeah.
But in my iHeart Recycling canvas bag, which I've had since I bought it at Dollarama, when I worked at Dollarama in my 30s, early 30s, late 20s, somewhere in there, I have a bunch of Briggs & Little yarn specifically for Beachy Vibe. I wound up half the yarn. Oh, that was a process. A blanket's worth of yarn is a lot of yarn. And then I did some final gauge swatching and stuff. So I have 3 squares done. I have the measurements for the bed, so I'm currently working on the planogram part so that it works well. But I have an attack plan, I have finished swatching sizes, and I've weighed out so I know exactly how many squares I'm getting out of each ball. So I made progress. Was it as much progress as I wanted? Oh, Lord, no. But it was progress, and that's the important. It's the progress where you do a round, rip it because it's not quite right, fiddle with it, do another round, rip that because it's not quite right, fiddle with it. Level of progress?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know. But I need to make approximately 50 billion squares about this size.
Okay.
Nice, solid granny square. It works out to be 3 rounds. Because 3 of these, once they're washed and blocked, are equivalent in length to one side of the larger. Now oh yeah, no, that's not going to show up in the blue. I did a second lace square in the white cream. I haven't blocked this one. I blocked the blue so that you guys could see the lace. Because, like, look at that lace. Just look at that lace. How freaking pretty is that? So this is to mimic the bubbles in the ocean and in the white caps of the waves. So I have now been fiddling in Stitch Fiddle with where the lace squares go versus the solid squares. Because the solid squares are smaller, you can flip your colors every once in a while, so you can transition from sand, waves, to ocean, and your ocean colors can vary as well as you go through. So, like, it's a serious planogram, guys.
Oh.
I am fiddling with 3 different shades of blue, a shade of white, and a shade of sand, and I'm creating the edge of the beach into the ocean. And the lace, this Edwardian lace, is mimicking the bubbles in water.
I like that. That's cute.
So
I love this concept.
It looks really good, but I'm still fiddling with the blues and the oceans flow right yet. So until I get the colors right, I don't have an exact count for how many small squares and how many lace squares I need in each of the blue shade. Holy Hannah, can I talk? No, cannot. However, once it's washed and blocked, like, it's so hard to see the lace in the blue, so I ended up doing it. But, like, just look at how airy that is.
That looks great.
With the solid granny squares encasing them. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I do, however, need to fiddle my color planogram till I'm happy with it. That's fine. This also doesn't take too terribly long. I can do 2 large squares. This is on a 5mm hook. It's worsted weight yarn, so it's a blanket. It's meant to be blankety. So I went with a slightly denser fabric.
Oh.
I can do 2 squares in a news program, like the 30-minute news program. So I'm like 15 minutes a square for the big square. And the little squares take no time. So when I start cranking out little squares, we'll be cranking out little squares. I'm excited. I may honestly, once I have the planogram where I want it, I might turn it into my strip for the day when I'm listening to my podcasts in the morning. And then I might see how many squares I can crank out before I have to work every morning, just to see if I can get this to the point where it's ready to assemble in August or September, like end of August, early September, because I think that would be really good. I'd like to be at the point where I'm ready to assemble by end of September at latest. in theory. If the Choose Your Own Adventure sweater stops giving me so much grief, I'd have a bit. But that was what I was supposed to be working on.
Struggling with this. Aha!
Are you?
There we go. I think.
So I made progress, which means I successfully accomplished my goal. Well, Diana Tinks. How's chat doing?
Hi, sorry, chat. I did not want to mess up my edge stitch. You understand. You understand how big a deal it is if you mess up your edge stitch.
Oh God, yes.
Like if you drop an edge stitch, like good luck.
No, thank you. I'll pass. I'm good.
Sorry. Okay.
Unnecessary.
Nikki was complimenting my hair. Thank you very much.
It's very cute today.
Yarning for a smile. Hello. Happy Sunday to you as well. Susanna
Happy
was,
day of rest.
Asking how much of a difference would it make if you use a 3.75 millimeter instead of a 4 millimeter, making the brim of a hat, and then using a 5 millimeter for the body of the hat?
The hat would be very floppy, so the smaller the hook, the denser the fabric, the stiffer the fabric. So in the case of a brim, you're going to want as stiff as you can swing, because the brim has to hold its shape. So if you go looser on a brim, it won't hold its shape. Like, I'm assuming we're talking like bucket hat, not toque, right? Like,
so looser on the body of the hat and then tighter on the brim?
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, when you put the hat on your head maintains the shape of the hat.
Yeah. So larger hook for the body and then smaller hook for the brim.
Yeah, because the farther out from your brain you go, the stiffer your fabric has to be, or your fabric does what Diana's wonderful sun hat she threw into the ocean does. It just falls in her face because there's no shape. Because her brim, well, it was the wrong yarn, but her brim was way too loose. Like, she needed to go down 2 or 3 hook sizes to get you need a tight gauge so that the fabric is stiff.
It doesn't look as a bucket hat either. It's just the most disappointing part. It hangs like a bucket hat, but it's not the right shape, so it just looks stupid.
It looks weird. So you can mitigate that with yarn choice, and you can mitigate that with hook size. Yeah, for a brim of a hat, you want as tight as you can manage, and then like even if you want a very firm fabric. You want 4 strands of worsted weight eggs, because that would absolutely function. She knows her shape, and she's not moving out of it. Also depends on what stitch is called for, right? Like single crochet is the best, but
yeah,
for that sort of situation.
Oh, it's the Midnight Hat, apparently.
Twisted toadstool hat. I need to buy the twisted toadstool hat.
And also hello in chat to Jennifer Rivenberg. Rivenberg, yes. I read it right the first time and then I second guessed myself. Hello.
Ooh, don't do that.
Okay.
Welcome to the chaos.
I'm caught up on chat now. Okay, I guess I should talk about my blanket.
Your 10 stitcher.
My 10 stitch blanket. Whoops, let's not fling that everywhere.
Fling that everywhere?
Where are we at?
Sure, there's only less than 90 days to Halloween. Let everybody just it just occurred to me.
So I don't remember where exactly I was when I started this. I know I was into the white, but I also know I did a little bit of work. I think I mitered the corner and then did this little bit.
Okay.
So it's progress. It's like 10 rows, but I did make progress.
It counts. You said progress, that's progress.
Partial win on a technicality. I said progress,
I feel like we need to have a blanket race where like you get to work on the 10 stitch blanket till the end of December and then I get to start mine and we'll see who finishes first. Like, I feel like that's fair.
So I was hoping to finish this entire ball and that absolutely did not happen.
No. But that's okay. You'll keep working on it.
I will keep working on it. Because now that I pulled it out again, I'm like, oh, I want to work on this. But can't work on that. I have to work on this.
I should finish the Tote of Doom and then start putting in balls of yarn for a 10 stitch blanket as I run across them, as I'm picking out colors for the corner to corner I'm working on. That's what I should do. That's a great idea. Guys, there's also, like, we also have advent crafting going on, which I'm also doing. I have to send out my yarn exchange here shortly. That also needs to happen. I have to go to the post office because I'm pretty sure I got a package there. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. I have to finish 1, 2, 3 sweaters next month. Oh yeah, life's gonna get interesting for me.
Nikki's suggesting, could I frog back the brim and use it as a bucket hat with a shorter brim, or knit it tightly and then it will be a good fabric for a floppy brim? I think the yarn, like, I don't think there's any amount of tight that's going to save it, because I just chose a very floppy yarn that I don't think it's going to hold its shape.
No, the yarn you picked isn't very good for that.
No, I picked it on purpose to match the top, the Ursina top.
It's a beautiful fabric for a garment, but it's not stiff enough to be. It was a bad choice for a hat.
So yeah. I don't think there's any way I can save it, even if I added wire in the brim and stuff. It's just, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I don't know.
No.
It makes me laugh every time I've got it sitting. I have a mannequin head with my wig on it in the bedroom. Yeah, and the hat on top of that, and it makes me laugh every time I see it. So
it's serving a purpose.
It's fine.
Hilarious. I love that it just it was not a good needle or hook choice, and it was not a good yarn choice.
Yeah, I would have had to do it a lot tighter, and the yarn is just too floppy.
Oh yeah.
It was not a stiff cotton or linen or anything.
In the Ursina top, it is freaking gorgeous.
It is.
Oh, nice.
I was like, maybe I should pack that for this week. No, I should not pack that for this week, because despite being a t-shirt, no.
Still bulky.
It's lovely, but it's not 30 degrees at midnight by the pool.
No.
I am, however, packing some knits. I have that marled crochet top from Made by Bjax. That blue one that I marled.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that. Yeah. And then that bright rainbow bandeau and the yellow and green striped halter top.
Those are perfect for 30 overnight temperature.
Yeah. And that beach cover up that you made me for Jamaica.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I totally made you one of those.
Yeah, I forgot about it too, but I was tearing apart all my stuff because the bandeau fell behind some stuff. I'm like, I know I have this. Where is it? And then I found the cover up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I completely forgot. So that's coming too.
Oh, good.
So I have pool party outfits, and it's mostly knits.
That's delightful.
I'm not going in the pool. For the record,
don't do
Vegas
that.
Pools
don't do that.
Bleh.
No,
I'm not touching that. But I will sit by the pool and look very cute.
Absolutely.
Okay. I can start my new yarn now.
You can. We are making the same thing this month.
We are making the same thing this month. Should I? People know what we're making, right? The Tolsta tank. Should I pull up a picture?
Pull up a photo.
Pull up a photo. Okay. Please.
I can't decide on a neckline until I know what color I'm making. So all of my decisions are on hold till I figure out what color people voted for.
Okay, let's just pull up this picture. Let's full screen it so it's just a picture on a black background. All right. Hold, please. Make that the right size. Okay, so this is what we're making. Not that Jocelyn can see this.
No, it's fine. I know what it is. I know what we're making.
It's the Tolsta tank by Rebecca Clow. So it's got a whole bunch. There's different neckline options. There's the vest option. There's like the square line tank top option. There's the camisole option. And you can stripe it, make it in solids. There's lots of options. So this is what I'm making.
I'm torn between the camisole. TBD. I'm torn between the camisole and the square neck tank. Those are the two I'm seriously debating.
I'm choosing my details depending on the yarn that people voted for.
That's pretty much where I'm just like...
My choices were like dark purple and green, and for that I figured the vest would work better. The more bold, the bolder shape for the bolder colors. And then the pink and black striping... Probably not camisole, definitely the more delicate straps with the square neckline, but like maybe the V. I don't know. I don't know if the stripes would look
I
good
like
with
the V. The V. It really just comes down to what color I end up going with it.
Yeah.
Because if I go with the two, if I end up with the sparkly, then like the V is very the V-neck and a sparkle.
So, do you want to know what one?
Fun. Sure. Well, actually, we should show our colors.
Oh yeah, we should show colors. Mine are behind me.
Let's put
one
them
moment.
in here. Mine are right beside me.
Hold, please.
In one of my happy harvest or scrap happy harvest baskets, which I call a bag because it's more of a bag than a bag. I just left the yarn in here.
Strings.
From last week. I was just like, hey, cool. I'll just leave it in.
I really want to swatch this yarn. I want to know what this looks like in a swatch because it looks so interesting in a ball. This is the Triceratops of the morning to you.
Ooh, yeah, your purple and your green. Is it blue or green?
So there's green, blue, and purple in this one, and then the solid
okay.
purple that is the same purple.
Okay. So that's one of your options. This is one of mine. American Goldfinch and Black Emerald.
Mm-hmm. Which would match my American Goldfinch and Borg.
Yes, it would. Or I have Sparkly, and you have Modern Day Barbie.
Yes, I have Black and Barbie.
And Barbie.
Or Onyx and grown-up living Barbie doll. If we're it's Black and Barbie.
Doll. We had some good color choices.
So
all of my options are Erin.
Mine only the pink is Erin for me. The other one is Ginger Snap Ginger Snap, which is that's great. And then the purple and green are Indigo Dragonfly with the fun name Tragically House Hippo and Triceratops of the Morning to you.
I love the Tragically House Hippo. So pretty. So pretty.
Also, it's kind of reminding chat that I need ads for the Patreon ad in a few minutes.
You do need ads for the Patreon ad, so chat needs to come up with some words.
All right. Okay.
Let's do some winners.
For voting, yeah. So you had a very clear winner.
Okay. There was no ambivalence.
No ambiguity whatsoever.
Got it.
With 94% of the vote.
Holy crap.
People want to see a sparkle top.
Okay.
People want sparkles. The people have spoken. They want sparkles.
That's not. I was like, cool. So it's like 70% in one vote. That is way more in one side than I thought it was going to be.
Literally, nearly everyone wants the sparkles.
Sparkle it is. I got you.
People have spoken and they want sparkles.
Sparkle. Okay, cool.
I also had a clear winner, though not quite as clear, with 77% of the vote.
Okay.
With 77% of the vote, the people wish to see black and pink.
Yes, my color choice won.
Also, I'm just thinking black. I got my nails done yesterday, and so I have this fun highlighter nail that absolutely glows under black light. And my toes are neon pink with sparkles, and that pink also glows under black light. So apparently I also decided I needed to go black and pink. So we're having a black and pink moment. We're having an early 2000s skater girl moment. You are
absolutely doing a skater girl moment.
Absolutely. I'm here for it.
Okay. That is a choice. I love it. Oh, I'm so happy. So what we do is we tell each other in one of the Discord threads, the mod Discord thread for moderators and us. We tell each other what our vote is in case there needs to be a tiebreaker vote. So we did it. I don't even remember what it was you ended up voting. I think you said you wanted the color stripes.
I went for stripes because I thought it would be cute and cheesy if we had matching tops.
But
and I was like, nobody else thinks so.
Nobody else thinks so. I was like, Barbie all the way. And I need that early 90s punk rocker girly chic vibe. Like that absolutely was going to be
you and everyone else apparently.
Woohoo, my choice.
I mean, I'm going to do both, but obviously
Sparkly,
black and
though.
pink first.
Sparkly though, do I do square neck sparkle? Do I do V-neck sparkle? Do I do camisole sparkle?
Don't know. Chat, we need help.
Do I do vest sparkle?
Yeah, well, like, because the vest is very much a crew neck, and you tend not to like crew necks.
Not
so
as
I'm gonna
much,
say
no.
not that one.
Not as much, no. No, don't get me
But
wrong.
do you want the square neck with the thin straps or the
The
V-neck?
foundational undergarments I'm forced to wear would prefer for me to wear a crew neck. I hate crew necks on myself for the most part. I wear them because sometimes it's the only freaking option, which I hate, but I prefer a V-neck or a square neckline.
Chat is voting for V-neck.
V-neck? I am very comfortable with some cleavage. Very comfortable.
Also, I've been given the words skater girl and Las Vegas and Hedgehog 2, I believe.
Whew, that's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words.
I guess when you come home, Arcane, we're going to both require supervision.
Oh yes. Okay. So my question for my black and pink.
I'm with you.
Vest is out. It's not going to be the crew neck for this one.
Yeah,
but
no, not that color striping.
Is it the square neck with the thin stripes, or is it also V-neck?
Like, I want to say V-neck because I want to see those stripes climb up around your shoulder. I'm sorry, I'm voting V-neck. I'm voting V-neck because I want to see those stripes come up.
Asa says she'll supervise you.
Asa, you are not great at supervising me. You are excellent at enabling me.
So...
You will enable me into like 6 different projects within a 30-minute session. But you can absolutely join us when we go shopping because it's always delightful for both of us to enable Diana. Because then she's getting suggestions from 2 different voices in her head. I vote V-neck.
All right. Chat's actually saying square neck. Oh.
Ooh.
Knitting Purple says V-neck, but you'll never wear a V-neck. Okay, so we've got 2
Not
square neck and 2
wrong.
V-neck, although it's like half a V-neck because, yeah, will I wear it? Fair,
Do I do square
fair.
neck? With the daintier
Well,
straps?
it's bottom up, right? So I can start
We
and
can
then
start
see how
and
I
then
feel
decide
about
later. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I also love the idea of a V-neck, but I don't want to make something I'm not going to wear. Same idea.
I would absolutely wear a V-neck.
Oh, Suzanne also says V-neck. Okay, we might be doing a V-neck.
We can also do the thing where we take a look at it and see where the V-neck starts in the pattern.
Yes, I can also, it doesn't have
Because,
to be
like,
like all the way down. It can be...
Like, isn't Tracy's a V-neck? And it's not that deep of a V.
No, it's not. It looks great.
And it's a very conservative V-neck. So, like, that would be fine. Because, like, if your V-neck starts here, okay, you're freaking at a scoop crew neck length anyway.
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
fine. You're fine. So, let's take a look at it. But yeah, bottom up, we can start.
Square and the V-neck, not so much. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think everybody's with me on the, we like the notion of a V-neck, but is it practical?
I don't care about practical. It looks pretty practical. I was not put on this planet to be practical. I was put on this planet to be fabulous. Thank you very much. Either way, I gotta wind the sparkle yarn, gauge swatch, and have it casted on. Bare minimum. Ideally, I would like to have enough body to be done to be at the base shaping and get for cup size. But that's a lot of knitting on top of what I already have to do this month. So,
yeah,
progress.
I'm gonna go for bottom half done.
Progress, but like, if all I've done is wound, swatched, and casted on, it's a fail. Like, I need to be well into the bottom of the body because that's just roundy knitting.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I need to be into that part.
I would like to be done the bottom half of the body and ready for the bust shaping and just actually deciding on which neckline I'm doing.
Okay. We have goals. Okay, cool. Excellent. I really need to finish.
I'm not working
my
on this next week.
top.
I'm not even winding the yarn before I go. Probably.
You don't have time. We have to do one more thing, and then you literally fly out tomorrow.
Yeah, I need to collect the laundry from the basement and fold it and pack it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, on the bright side, we are down to the Patreon ad. We're done with the other stuff.
Also says, are you not doing a finish? I'm not going to claim a finish because I'm
on a
losing
fingering weight tank top in a month? No. No, I
if
have
it was
two
the only
sweaters.
thing I was working on and I was not going to be out of the country for a week, maybe. But no. Half a tank top.
I have 2 sweaters to finish this month, ma'am. Why am I even defending myself? She also knows what my work schedule's like. She knows exactly how much work I have on my plate right now. I'm also starting my crafting for Halloween because those need to start getting recorded here shortly.
Oh, Asa's throwing shade.
So much shade at me. Woman.
Jude says, goals, those expectations we set ourselves that we then pretend do not exist and do whatever we want anyway.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, I had a bunch of words for this Patreon ad.
You do.
Okay.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I did do something with my ancient Greek chieftain I'm making. I pinned my side seams together.
Have I touched
so that they're ready for sewing?
Absolutely not.
Did I sew them? Lord, no. I also measured out the bias tape that I'll be using to anchor my okay. So when you do it, you essentially have very large rectangles that you then fold into the shape that you want, and it requires gathering. So I want my gathers to be permanently placed, so I am using a piece of bias tape measured from my elbow to my elbow because that's the length I want my sleeves. So I need to tack them in place and then tack my shoulders, like so my shoulder seam tacks together. And I need to make sure that I have a nice soft drape for the sleeve, so I get that open arm look on the top of the arm. And then I have to take the 2 middle sections, which will have a lot more fat, have to down. Like, that's the hardest foot because it's side seams, and then you essentially sew your shoulder and your arm spaces together, and then you pull it on, and you use a belt to cinch it in. So, like, I don't have that many steps left, and the hardest one is the gathering. I've been putting black thread in. That requires very specific eye set to manage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not 40 degrees, so now I can have 6 feet worth of fabric twice in my lap while I work on it. It's a lot of fabric. Because you think about it, it goes from fingertip to fingertip, from my shoulders to the floor. That is how much fabric I am dealing with.
It's a lot of fabric.
It's a lot of fabric. I need to do my side seam, pinned and prepped and measured and ready. Bias tape and cut and folded in and hemmed down. So like, it's ready to be assembled. I just need to do the assembly because I'm done with the 2 measurements I needed, which was fingertip and elbow to elbow.
Shall we do this Patreon ad?
Sure. I was giving you time to contemplate wordage.
Well, let's see how it goes. If you'd like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at patreon.com/Northern Knits Podcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we talk about all manner of things, and enable people into projects like skater girl tops that one could wear in Las Vegas. I'll also post pictures of Las Vegas. And I don't know, maybe somebody has a pet hedgehog? I don't know, we share pet pictures. Maybe there's a pet hedgehog. I don't know.
You've done better.
I've done better. Ugh. This chair. Been in this chair too long.
Lots of
let's wrap
things.
this up. I want to get out of this chair.
Oh God. There's lots of things happening over on the Patreon. Check it out. We have do we have upcoming merch? I shouldn't say that because I'm with you. I do know I'm about to schedule our first fail along. So if you're in the tier membership level or above fail along, we're about ready to do a Patreon live where you watch me and Diana try to tackle a craft we've never done before or have done so rarely it's like we haven't done it before. This should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good times. As always, we super understand budgets. They're a real life thing. If you cannot financially, liking videos, commenting down below, subscribing, and showing us what you're working on is a great way to also interact on this social media platform. Oh gosh, events and things and stuff, some doodads. All the things. Bonus content is random. It comes out when it comes. We try to put it out fairly regularly because we know shorter formats are enjoyable for some people. Because they are. Not everybody wants to tune in for an hour and a half. We get you.
Fair.
We get you.
Time commitment.
Yep. The summer solstice is currently going on. I'm late because we're now into August and I finished my first dress, so I need to haul some keister and get going on that. Why summer dresses in August? Because, well, quite frankly, summer lasts October these days. I've already forgotten what Diana's supposed to be working on, so great friend. It's like a month. It's like a month ago.
Handspun shawl.
It was over a month ago. I don't remember. Oh, right, it's the curls one.
Yep.
That I wound the yarn for you. So that's going on. The Never-Ending Librarian or Hal Wolf close out at the end of the year because we arbitrarily picked an end date for that finally. Regardless of whether we finish, I'm still going to try to get mine. It's not even on the knee. I'm doing a crop top version. Like, it can't.
I don't know where mine is right now. It's in a bag somewhere.
Cannot. I know exactly where mine is.
It's hibernating.
So that's going on, and I think that's about it. As always, second last Saturday of the month is the Patreon E-Knitted. All Patreon members, $5 a month, get to sit and chill and have an afternoon, evening, morning knit club, because we're all over the world. It's just varies what's happening where. Last Saturday of the month is Whip Sprints here on YouTube. Otherwise, that's it for the schedule at the moment.
It's a lot going on.
A lot going on. And we're good. Hopefully chat had fun.
Yes. Yeah. They're talking amongst themselves.
That's the best part about chat. So I will wrap it up.
All right. Yes, there's weird stuff in Vegas. Chat was talking about weird stuff in Vegas.
There's weird stuff in Vegas.
I will take as many pictures as I'm able, being a security conference. They're very strict about it. So there probably won't be too many conference pictures, but there'll be random stuff going on in Vegas. I'll take pictures of that.
Absolutely. All right. In which case, I'm going to say until, how do I do an outro? I've only done this 380 plus times. I'm going to say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
No matter where your week takes you,
don't forget to
knit.